Officials say 7 people have been killed by Russian shelling in southern Ukraine. Attacks on the Kherson region killed a family, including a baby girl and a young boy. Kherson was one of 4 regions that Russia claimed to have annexed last year. Ukrainian forces have since pushed Russian troops out of the city. Moscow claims it has thwarted a Ukrainian attack on the bridge linking Russia to occupied Crimea. Let's bring in Frank Ledwich, a former UK military intelligence officer. Hello, Frank. Russia is attacking civilians in the area of Kherson. Is this in retaliation to Ukraine's alleged attack on the Crimea bridge?
Good afternoon, Eddie. It's more a continuation of Russia's long-standing policy of striking Kherson. People in Kherson receive shelling every day. You can visit the town, and friends of mine have, not too distant past, and it's not unusual for shells to land in the street 100, 200 meters away. People take that as a daily event. So strikes on Kherson or any other city in the south, Zaporizhia, Dnipro, various other throughout these unoccupied provinces, actually most of them, are very regular and very deadly. And the purpose, of course, is to terrorize and to coerce.
Let's look at Ukraine's attempt to fend off Russia, because Russia is reporting an increasing number of drone attacks in territory under its control. Is Kyiv achieving any success by taking the war to the Russian side?
Last week, Eddie, the Ukrainians conducted a successful strike on the bridge between Kherson Oblast, or that part of it occupied by the Russians, and Crimea. And they took that bridge out with probably some Storm Shadow cruise missiles. That's what it looks like. They have conducted strikes also over the last week, including the one on the bridge that's now on the screen, in the last couple of days. It looks as if those were thwarted, and the smoke there could be a strike, or it could be a smoke screen. The Russians haven't made any indications that there were damage. What the Ukrainians have been doing is using S-200 missiles on that, just slightly less capable than the cruise missiles used to strike the bridge into Crimea in the north. The one you're looking at is in the east. That's the Kerch Bridge. They've already taken down one carriageway a couple of months ago, as you know, of that bridge, the Kerch Bridge.
So while all this is going on, a Russian warship fired warning shots to halt a cargo ship heading for Ukraine via the Black Sea. Now, this is the most serious incident since Russia exited the UN brokered grain deal last month. What do you make of it?
Right, the naval escalation in Black Sea is evident, and we've seen that with the Ukrainian strikes on Russian ships, which had retreated effectively to get out of the range of Ukrainian missiles that can strike now into the Crimean base of Sevastopol. They've moved east into Novorossiysk in the east part of the Black Sea there. This particular attack is serious, as you point out, because what it does is it essentially negates the possibility now of insurance for grain ships into Ukraine. That means that suppliers, although they'll be subsidized and helped and there'll be assurances, will no longer, in all likelihood, risk that journey. So there'll be calls now, and rightly so in my view, for the West to take a firmer approach here to escorting those ships or in some way guaranteeing their safety. Otherwise, Ukraine is going to be shut off from the south. So we see an escalating naval struggle there on the seas, on the high seas, as it were, in the Black Sea area.
Right. Military analyst Frank Ledwich, thanks for your insights.
Thanks, Eddie.